Hey y'all, it's Jessica here from Just Give Me Jesus, and today I'm continuing with the 15 days of creativity from our podcast, Creative Faith and Friends. See the link below and catch up on all of our podcasts. But today we're working with different textures, and I am a little late on this video, but that's okay. It's all good. It's just part of it, and I want you to hear that. I love the way that paper sounds. That is old piano roll paper, and it sounds so cool when you crumple it up. Because our texture today is crumpled. So I took that old piano paper and I crumpled it. My friend Lori at Measure Once Cut Twice sent me some of this paper, and it is divine. And so I am going to use this Tim Holtz wooden stamp that I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance. It's a light bulb. And our word this week is light. So I thought this was very fitting to use on this. And I had a piece of chunky glitter stuck to that, and it just was bugging me. So might as well get it off. But I'm stamping it with Stazon ink, because it's not going to run or smudge or anything like that. Once it's dry, it's good to go. You can even paint on top of it. You can use markers. It's not going to smear anywhere. But I love this little piano paper because it's, I love the side, the texture on the side where the little holes are in this, because I thought it looked so cool. So I am just drying that, making sure it's good and set. And then I'm just going to tear around it. And yes, I will save those little bitty pieces. And I'm taking some Distress Oxide in wild honey maybe, and spritzing it with water. And then I'm going to take a little paintbrush and paint around the edges of that light bulb. I don't want to paint the whole thing. I just want to add a little bit of color. And just FYI, this paper is not great at taking color, so it was fine, and I made it work, but it was not like that color went on very smoothly. It just kind of beat it up once it went on there, but it's okay. It still added a little bit of something. You cannot see it for the ink on that little sheet under there. Anyway, that fantastic little craft heat it tool. I love that. Oop, there it went. It flew away. I'm just going to clean that up real quick. That was just a piece of acetate that I stamped on and added water to. And I'm trying to remember what I'm doing here. Oh, I'm getting my little book back because I'm using the back of this giant journaling card that I added in as a tip-in. It's in a previous video. And I'm going to do a little crumply I can't say it right. Crumply collage on it. But in the back of that giant journaling tag, it's just as pretty. Oh my word. I love that cursive on the back. Script, handwriting, whatever. But it is so cute. And that giant journaling tag is from Pink Paper Peppermints. And then the little black words that you see there are also from Pink Paper Peppermints. And they were a freebie in her newsletter for this week's podcast last Thursday. Again, I'm getting a little late start. That is some chart paper on a roll that I got from Brenda at Paper Bits and Baubles. And I'm also crumpling that up. So much so that it crumpled into a little ball and went rolling. But that's okay too. I'm sitting on my front porch doing this voiceover, and I wish you could hear the birds. I don't know if you can or not, but they are just tweeting. I love it. It rained here earlier, and they are just tweeting away. Chirping away. Words. All right, so I'm just inking over the top of this with, honestly, whatever's left on my little ink dauber tool thing to give it a little bit of color behind that piano roll paper. So I'm just kind of playing around and around. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue because I love it. And I'm just trying to kind of put these pieces in a fashion that I think I'll like. And it's getting there. And so far I have 2 crumpled objects, which I think that's all I have. Oh, of course, river birch bark. I mean, I know y'all are shocked and surprised, but I did. I made myself use it today. Y'all, it's just such a neat little add-in every time I use it. I love it. So now I'm just going to glue these elements down. And I'm just gluing the very side of this because I want to be able to glue those other ones in place before I glue that down for the final piece. Yeah, sounds right. And I always pull these out and then I'm like, oh wait, what did I do there? Oh, I have no idea. That's okay too. Just make it work. So I'm adding that back in. I think I put it up a little higher this time, but it's okay. It's all good. Just glue in the bits and pieces. When it's crumpled, you do have to glue it pretty well because if you don't, it will it'll roll and get messed up. And so that little piece of river birch bark was kind of starting to peel apart, and I decided to just go with a little bit of a lighter layer and go ahead and peel that top layer of river birch bark off. And I put it in between the chart roll paper and that piano roll paper. Oh, I used 2 rolls there. Huh. Who knew? And that's a label from Pink Paper Peppermints. I don't exactly remember what kit that came from or if that was a freebie, but she has tons of labels that are pretty awesome. And now I'm going to glue my light bulb down. But wait, there's more. Because with light comes sparkles. So I went and got, nope, I'm not there yet. Sorry. No sparkles yet. I got my dried flowers. And these are all flowers that I picked and pressed. And I keep them in between 2 pieces of deli paper in a photo sleeve or a page protector cut down. I've got some more that I need to situate and get put in there. But it works pretty well because I can flip through those and look for my dried flowers. So that's just a little flower. I think I collected some of those on a walk one time and pressed them. There honestly probably were weeds, which is fine. And I'm just cutting my little words apart. And I'm going to glue them on this label. That art glitter glue in that little needle nose bottle works so well. I love it. So I'm just adding those kind of to that label. Now I'm going to glue my flower to the bottom left-hand corner of my label. It just adds a lot of texture and a different element to my piece. And I love adding natural things. Obviously, y'all seen that with the river birch bark. But I have been recently collecting a lot more flowers and pressing them. And then I'm going to add them to that little page protector so that I can pull them out and use them in my journaling. Now I'm sitting back and examining my piece. Should have cut this part out, but I didn't. And I'm adding enamel dots. I don't think I kept as many as I add on here to start with. That big one, I just never could get it situated. It just was not working. And then I was struggling with, where am I going to place them? How do I want to do this? And I was like, yeah, let me just forget the big one. Those little things do not like to be moved. They were just popping out of those tweezers. So I think I added one and left it at that. So I got some sequins and some chunky glitter. And I'm just actually going to add these all around. And I did speed this part up because, I mean, you can only watch people put sequins on a page for so long. So I'm adding all these in. These were kind of a yellow, iridescent yellow color that my friend Laurie gave me and some Happy Meal. And I'm just kind of spacing them out around this light bulb on the papers. And I end up thinking, but wait, there should be more. And adding more, because you can never have too many sparkles. I mean, okay, honestly, you probably can, but not with these. They were fantastic. And then I decided the best way to do the glitter was to just put a little Dymo sheet there and add some of the glitter to it. And that glitter is gold and silver iridescent, maybe. I can't remember. I'll have to look and link it below. A holographic, maybe. So what I did, okay, this little Tim Holtz pick tool, whatever it's called, it looks like an ice pick. I dipped it, just the very, very tip of it in the glue so that it would pick up the glitter easily. And that way I didn't struggle with getting the glitter to my paper. I could pick the little pieces of glitter up, and it actually worked incredibly well because that little ice pick looking thingy cleans super easily. So I just wiped it off when I was done, and it worked great. But I mean, glitter's fantastic, and chunky glitter is wonderful. And Melissa at Pink Paper Peppermint showed me one time about adding it to your page. And now I love just adding the individual little pieces of glitter. And it just seemed perfect on this page since we're talking about light. And this glitter reflects light so pretty. And I ended up really, really, really liking how this turned out. I don't know what I'm doing there. So, I do. I'm drying my glitter. No. There were a couple of places of glue I was making sure was dry because I'm just going to outline these word blocks that I cut up and put on there. Just to help your eyes kind of focus on the words. I'm just outlining them in sketchy, messy black lines. And I'm stepping back to like, okay, do I need to do anything else? Am I liking it? I really struggle with that on almost everything I do. I'm like, oh, is it done? Is it not done? What else do I need to do? And I'm just adding a little glue to make sure my flower stays down. Especially with dried flowers, you do have to make sure they are adhered well so that they don't pull up. And I think I like it. So that is my page on crumpled and glitter. And the little light is reflecting that glitter. So, thank y'all for watching.